Okay, it is quite literally 3 in the morning, and I was not expecting this to be my first video filmed on this channel. Not in my home. Um, but here we are, Spirit's calling, and I have some answers hopefully for you. So I keep getting the message specifically that this is for people who don't believe in miracles, which I think is a very interesting message. So I just have this one deck with me while I'm house sitting for my parents. So yeah, we'll see what comes up for those who don't believe in miracles. Okay. Let's see. Hands are very clumsy, probably because I just woke up. We have the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Bats in this deck. This is the Halloween Tarot. So it might be that you did at one time, believe in miracles, and now you can't see what's in front of you, or you can't see what's right around the corner. We have the Chariot. Yeah, there's some movement for you for sure. Let me get a couple more cards. I think that one thing about the Chariot in this reading is that, or in this deck particularly, is I find it interesting that, you know, the pumpkin guy driver, he's driving a hearse. So it's sort of like maybe you are moving on from something, maybe you're moving forward, maybe you feel trapped in this sort of transition, right? Where you experienced maybe like a death card moment. You experienced something ending, leading to a transformation, but maybe you feel stuck in the middle of the transformation. And that's why you're having a hard time seeing what lies ahead for you. Or, you know, believing in what you once did believe in that lies ahead for you. Okay, so we also have the 4 and 2 of Swords. Lots of Swords energy, actually. So that's interesting. I think that whatever this is very... I'm getting this image of like the way swords slice through things. It feels very final. It feels like it's slicing through previous ideas or worldviews you had. And I think that there is, right now, the reason you might be in this transition, or the reason why you might have a hard time believing in the miracles that could happen for you in your future, is that you're in this sort of rest energy. Maybe you're in this really indecisive energy because you need rest. Your brain needs to readjust, and you maybe want to make decisions, and it's frustrating to you that you feel indecisive or don't know what to do next, when I think the next step really is just rest. And I think that it's hard sometimes when we want to move forward, when we want to push things forward, to have to take that rest. It feels very restricting, and it feels very much like it feels vulnerable, exposed. It feels like the wrong thing to do. And one thing I want to point out on this card that I'm being drawn to is this cat here and the moon up here. So it's very much like this is a card that's saying you can rest now. You are protected. This rest is protected. It is being divinely guided. This rest is something that is necessary in order for you to prepare for the next step, to prepare for the miracle, really. Too many cards. Let's try that again. Also too many cards, but the same cards. Interesting. So maybe, I think I'm getting unexpected windfall. So I think that you might be in the process, like you might feel very stuck. You might be in the process of manifesting some things, or bringing some things forward, or working towards some goals. Maybe it's some things that you had to put on the back burner. One moment. I need to drink some water because I have yet to do that too. But, like I was saying, maybe it's something you had to put on the back burner. A dream that feels like it's been unrealized, or that you feel like you had to take a break from, you got overwhelmed from. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, the miracle is something that seeks you. And I think that you will be surprised. I think regardless of what you do right now, I think what you're doing to prepare right now, you might be seeing a lot of no's. You might be seeing a lot of stops. You might be experiencing a lot of failure or redirection. I call it divine redirection, or, you know, divine detour. And so I think it's forcing you to kind of like slow down. You're being forced to slow down because you're really being asked to rest in this time, like I said, because you have, like I mentioned, windfall coming in. So whatever it is that you're manifesting, I would say this Three of Pentacles really brings me, first and foremost, I'm actually seeing like the magic of threes. So there's like in 3 areas of your life, or 3 different things you've been trying to improve, all sort of improve at once. That's what this miracle brings to you. And that's not normally, you know, what the Three of Pentacles represents, but I'm seeing this like home, health, happiness. Like there's this like wealth, love, abundance. Like, I don't know, there's just like, there's three different areas you maybe think need improvement, or you've been trying to improve in your life. But I see that you might not be doing this alone. And that might be why divine timing is so necessary for this miracle. So we have Wheel of Fortune here, and we have Knight of Ghosts, which is Knight of Cups. So we have someone coming in with some kind of offer, and we have this wheel working out in your favor. The wheel is turning in your favor now. The Wheel of Fortune is here for you, to help you. But this Three of Pentacles really makes me think of, I always interpret this card as communal foundations. So you probably won't be ushering in this miracle alone. And this could look like a love connection. It could look like a business partnership. But again, this might be multifaceted, or multiple people for some of you, because like someone who has multiple roles in your life, or multiple people to like not fill roles necessarily, but like in these areas where the windfall is coming in. So say it's like, you know, a new partner comes in, and a new business investor comes in, and someone else comes in, like a doctor even, like to give you a helpful new medication in your health. These are vague, maybe apply to you, but like that is kind of the vibe, is like 3 different parts of your life are going to be improved by different people who lead you to where you're supposed to go, who sort of not even necessarily facilitate the miracle, but act as a channel, like to lead you through to this miracle, or these miracles that are coming for you. Yeah, we have the Empress, and we have Three of Cups again. So to me, like, you have the threes, right? You have the threes, and this is about joy. This is about celebration, but also I'm seeing like you in a group. It's like not just you alone. You're not doing this alone. And maybe that's why it feels so overwhelming, or why you wanted to give up, or why you no longer believe, or maybe you never believed. But you are this Empress energy, right? You are this badass bitch. You're standing in your power. And I think that even if your belief in something wavers, there is this strength deep within you that believes. And that might be frustrating for some of you, because it feels like you just want to give up, right? You're like, I'm sick of waiting, or I'm sick of trying and failing, or I'm sick of not seeing the things. Like, what am I doing wrong? It's very much the vibe of like, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I manifest this thing? Or why can't I succeed in my goals? And unfortunately, it is just like, there is this big aspect of divine timing within this reading, which is like, it's such a frustrating energy to be in. It is such a frustrating energy to be in. So I'm going to pull one more card or so. But you are this Empress. Like, you are this badass bitch. Like, this is your power in its rawest, truest form. Outside of all the doubt, outside of all of the fear, outside of all of the frustration, the wanting to give up. That is your power. And yeah, you're walking away from this energy, I think. I think that when this comes in, I'm personally getting the vibe that, like, you're fucking frustrated. And when this energy comes in, like, you're walking away from something very difficult, I think. And that's why this transitional energy has felt so frustrating and has felt like you've been so stuck. Because you're walking away from something difficult. And so I think that when things start finally going your way, start showing up and like popping off in the direction that is helpful for you, I think that you'll be kind of pissed. Like, I'm sure you'll be grateful. I'm 100% positive you'll be grateful for stuff, like for the relief and for the things when it happens. But like, I think that there's this part of you that very much will be like, why the fuck didn't this come sooner? Or like, great, the thing I've been asking for forever is finally fucking here. Thanks, guys. In my final hour, thanks for finally bringing it to me. But I know that there is also will also be this actual deep gratitude and actual reverence, but definitely this like part of you that's like a little bit pissed that things took so long, understandably. Yeah, Page of Wands. There's definitely like, there's something coming in. There's newness coming in. You might be setting out on a new venture, a new passion as well. And maybe like things really did need to align in order for you to meet the right people, in order to like get this thing going. I think for some of you, you are meant to be bigger than you know, bigger than you realize. And that could be in various ways, right? So I'm going to pull these final cards. Yeah, and this might be something that you have been, like, you just felt like it's unfair. You felt like you haven't been nurtured in this way. And for me, the Six of Pentacles, it's very much about universe nurture. To me, it's sort of like a childhood card, like a childhood dream or childhood trauma card. But to me, this feels like very much like this could be something that you've been dreaming of since you were a kid. And that's why this failure and this setback has felt so extra difficult, is because it feels so unfair to you because you've been working hard at this, or you've been wanting this for so long. And so it's an extra punch to the gut to feel like you've been fucking waiting forever, right? Five of Ghosts, Five of Cups. I think the universe is asking a lot of you for this one. I'm going to just facilitate the message that is, try your best to focus on the things you can control. Try your best to rest when you feel like you need to rest. And try your best to just fill your days up with things that you enjoy. Like, if you were sick, right? Say you were sick in bed, and maybe you are. Maybe that's part of this, one of the setbacks. If you were sick in bed and you were to like put on like a movie or like a TV show, if you were to like make yourself some soup, take care of yourself as if you were sick. That's the kind of deep rest we need. And for some of you, it may look like, you know, starting a practice that allows you to get more in touch with yourself. So if you're able to like try to do some yoga, try to focus on really being present, try to focus on like really moving your body and getting in touch with yourself. Because there's this frustrated energy that kind of takes us out of our body, because it takes us into the future, into the what we want, into the what we desire. When we're frustrated that we don't have it in the now, we kind of live in the future and we don't live in the present. For a lot of you, the present might be a very difficult place to be right now, not just because you don't have what you want, but because of whatever your situation is, it might be difficult. So just take care of yourself as if you were ill. You know, put on your favorite show, put on your favorite movie, eat good food, move your body when you feel called to and are able to, and try to focus on like hobbies or things that, I don't want to just say distract you, but sort of like things that make you feel good, maybe things that remind you of this childhood dream, but try to hold on to the message, the final message that you are doing this. You are doing this. The things you need, the things you want will come to you. It's hard when the message is that you have to wait. It's hard when, and very frustrating. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, look at this. You fucking planted the seeds. You've done the work. So you've done this work, right? And it's so hard when the message is you have to wait for the planted seeds to bloom before the harvest. That shit is such a hard energy to live in, especially when you know you're the fucking magician, right? You know you can create anything you want. When you, like, there's this, like, nail-biting frustration. Like, you feel maybe like a caged animal because you're like, I know all the things. Or, like, not necessarily, but, like, you're like, I've done the work. I know I'm capable of manifesting. I've done it in the past. I know I'm capable of building. I know I'm capable of this thing that I really want. I believe in myself. I have very little doubts about my ability. I think a lot of you are like in this energy of just like, so where is it? So where the fuck is it? And it sucks to be the one who brings you the message that it's like, it's coming. Still, it's still on its way. It's still waiting for divine timing. You're doing everything right, but you gotta chill. And that's the hard part. The hard part is chilling when you know, because like a lot of you might be very intuitive. So you know something big is coming, or you were planning for something big, or you expected something big to have happened sooner. And so this is extremely frustrating energy to live in. But let me tell you, the wheel is turning in your favor. And I'm sorry that you have to wait a little bit longer, but I promise it will be worth it because it is everything you desire. It is everything. Like, this is one of those miracle situations where the universe is really just packaging up everything you want and delivering it to you. And it's hard to live in that energy of waiting for all of that goodness that you know is on the other side. But I know, and your spiritual team knows, whoever you work with knows that you're capable. You're so capable of it because you wouldn't be asked to do this if you weren't. And it is right around the corner, I promise. So yeah, that's what I'm saying for you guys. You are so brave. You've got this. I love you. Stay weird. Stay patient. It's coming.